quite the thing we have here as far as supplying, for part of the year anyways, all the restaurants on property here.
Hear that buzzing? That's the Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort's Sweet Side. Welcome to Pocono Mountains Podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Jim Hamill. This is Season 5, Episode 22. Situated along the banks of the Delaware River, Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort has some history to share and is writing a new chapter as we speak. There are bees helping to make honey on the property. The beekeepers take great care to weave that sweet honey into menus and craft brews at the iconic resort, which also has golf and a new pool. Brianna will feature all the buzz at Shawnee on the October Pocono Mountains Magazine when that premieres next month. More on that in a bit. The Poconos is a year-round destination for millions, 30 million people to be exact, with 2,400 square miles of rivers, forests, lakes, and mountains, trails, and downtowns that are charming and iconic family resorts. It's the ideal getaway. Want to stay up to date on what's happening or find your next adventure? Head to PoconoMountains.com or watch PTN, the Pocono Television Network, on cable, broadcast, and streaming. Now, back to the episode. Bree made a point to feature the sweeter side of Shawnee with the apiary on grounds. The food scene there is vibrant, and we'll have another podcast highlighting an award-winning manager at the Gem and Keystone on a future episode. But for now, here's Brianna with the folks at Shawnee. Enjoy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Pocono Mountains Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Brianna Strunk. We are in for a treat today. We're at the historic Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort. There's a lot going on here. They have a brand new indoor pool and hot tub area, room renovations going on. But we're kind of digging in a little deeper today and discovering some features about the property that a lot of people might not know about. So that's why we are with Skip.
Skip Dietrich.
Hi, Skip. Thanks for being here with us.
My pleasure.
You have a really cool title. You are beekeeper and brewer.
Yep.
So right now we are standing on Golf Island because obviously Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort is known for the year-round golfing, gorgeous scenery. Here on Golf Island, there's this garden and you have an apiary. So tell us a little bit about your role as beekeeper and then we'll get to the brewer a little later.
Okay. I am the beekeeper for Shawnee Inn, and my apiary right now has eight hives. They're all doing really well this year. We had good rain in the springtime, so we had really good nectar flow in the springtime. We have 2 nectar flows out here in this area of Pennsylvania. Springtime comes from the trees, so they're up in the trees until July 4th or so, and then they come down on the ground to flowers like this right here. Right now they're on this flower, the calendula, and the marigolds quite a bit, but we also have on the island a lot of species of wild stuff growing, like Japanese knotweed, purple loosestrife. We have snakeroot right now that they're on. We have river hops. Most of those are invasives, but my bees love them. My bees are considered invasive too, somewhat, because they're not native to North America at all. They came from Europe in the 1600s. So even though they're crucial for pollination, they are not native to this area.
And apiaries come in all shapes and sizes. For people who are listening to this, how do you describe the apiary here on Golf Island? It's smaller, but it still makes a big impact.
It's small, but it's a big impact pollination-wise for the garden here, because we are so close to the garden, and it helps them out too with pollen and nectar. So we got really good honey this year. I think a lot of people did this year. It's been a good year for honey so far. And we're going into the fall flow now, which is all the flowers that I just mentioned.
Sometimes bees are misunderstood. Can you tell us a little bit about them and why you love working with them?
Sure. I do love working with them. Most of the time they're docile and cooperative. You know, it's farming an animal really with the honeybees, because they're not native to here, and they're in a big colony. I have between 20 and 60,000 bees in each one of those colonies back over there that we're going to see here pretty soon. There's only one queen. One queen. All the workers are female, and then there's males called drones too. And what they do is they go out and they look for virgin queens from other hives and to mate with those to keep the gene pool wide. is mainly what they do. The workers do all the work. They bring in pollen, honey, propolis, water. They build comb. They take care of the baby bees in the nursery. They feed the queen. Queen doesn't feed herself. And all the queen does is lay eggs, up to 2,000 eggs a day. A honeybee, a worker will only last up to 6 weeks in the summertime, and then it's gone. But you have a constant turnover of bees because of 2,000 eggs a day.
How long have you been involved with the apiary? I understand it's been here for a while.
I've only been with this apiary for 4 years. I've been doing it for about 13 years, though.
What is it that you love so much?
Well, I love honey. Being a brewer, I use it in beer, and I make mead once in a while, or braggot, which is an old English style of beer. But I love the pollination, and I love the relaxation of working with the bees. When I'm in the hive, I don't have to think about anything else. It's singular. You're in with the hive and the bees, and that's the fun part.
And we're standing here in the garden. Tell us a little bit about this garden.
Okay.
It's massive, and the views are gorgeous.
It is massive. It's going to be bigger eventually, too. Our gardener is Tim Hood. He's one of the groundskeepers for this Shawnee golf course. He's been the gardener for the last 2 years. He's doing a great job. We put up a greenhouse 100 yards from here, so he can start most of the plants in that greenhouse, which helps a lot. Right now, we have winter squash, summer squash still going. We have some tomatoes going still, and peppers. That right there is sweet potatoes. We have to dig those up eventually after first frost around October 15th, something like that. Corn's gone. The early crops are gone, but we have late crops. We all have second plantings too of broccoli, and lettuce is going to be soon for fall crop.
And we were talking about asparagus, squash. You were talking about watermelon, pumpkin. So there's different fruits and vegetables as the seasons change?
Yes, that we all use in the 3 restaurants that are on the property. Pumpkins and squash, winter squash are over there. Pumpkins we already picked, and the winter squash, or the watermelons we already picked. We have summer squash we've been picking on the other side here. They're still flowering and fruiting for us, so we have quite an abundance of yellow squash and zucchini this year. It's been really good. Asparagus, this stuff here, this is a perennial. It comes back every year. These are the flowers for the asparagus. So we let them go to flower, and then they'll die back after frost, and they'll come up new in the spring with even more.
Very nice.
So,
and what's really cool is the apiary and the garden is kind of tucked between Gulf Island and the Delaware River. It's just situated in such this scenic area.
It is. It's beautiful out here. Also, the river helps the bees a lot. It also helps the garden a lot too, because we pull our water from the river to water the garden. We have a drip irrigation system that's very frugal with water. My bees, though, they fly right down over the hill to the river, and there's always a water source there no matter what.
And I was really excited to talk to you about this. We're talking about the bees making honey. We're talking about all the fruits and vegetables here in the garden. The food and the honey is used here at the resort. Tell us about that.
Yes. We use the honey for our apiarius beer. It's an English style light ale. And we also use it in cooking in the restaurant for the brewery.
And speaking of cooking, I'm sure all the produce here at the garden is part of the dishes as well.
It is, yes. Right now the brewery has a pie. It's called a garden pie, actually. It has our zucchini, yellow squash, tomatoes, basil. I'm sure I'm missing a few other things that go on that pie. That's a vegetarian pie. And the River Room's using our stuff, and the Gem and Keystone also all the time. So it's quite the thing we have here as far as supplying, for part of the year anyways, all the restaurants on property here.
And of course, we at the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau are all about tourism. So to hear about the cool jobs that tourism supports like yours, I mean, you get the best of both worlds, being a beekeeper and also being a brewer. Do you feel like you love that dynamic? And they both seem like really fun jobs.
They are really fun jobs. I'm partially retired, so I do this part-time, 3 days a week, something like that, in the brewery. My son Ian is the head brewer, and I'm the assistant brewer. It's just the two of us in the brewery itself making the beer. And I do help out with the garden here somewhat. And I feel very fortunate that I get to do this and be out on this island every day, which is really nice.
And I think it's really cool from a guest perspective too. They might not realize when they're coming here, the food they're eating, the drinks they're drinking are essentially homegrown, things made right here. Do you think that that's really special as well?
I do. And you get a chance to actually see it if you want to. They do a golf cart tour every day of the week about 5 o'clock. They'll bring you out here on the island in the golf cart, show you the garden, show you the apiary. There's an eagle's nest behind us on the golf course here, and that's a really nice thing. So there's a lot to do here if you do come to the resort. The brewery, the restaurant, and coming out here also. And the golf is fantastic. The course is in really good shape this year. We had just enough rain, and the grounds crew's taking a really good, I don't know.
Yeah, they're doing really good, and we're talking about, of course,
Yes.
fall's coming up.
Yes.
Gorgeous time for golfing. Golfing is year-round here too, which I didn't realize
Just
until
about
recently.
since they put the bridge in, it is. If we have a nice day, even in January, February, they'll put the pins out on at least 9 holes, and you'll be able to still get across because the bridge is permanent now. Yeah. We used to have to take that bridge down around Thanksgiving because it was actually in the water. So, and then we put it up in March again. So the whole island would be shut off for that whole time.
Yeah, it's definitely a great
that's helped a
addition.
lot.
Lots of great things happening here at Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort. And we were talking a lot about the brewery. If you're listening and wondering about that brewery, it's right on site here at the Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort. It's called Shawnee Craft Brewing Company, and you could try that delicious honey beer. It's called, what is
Apiarius.
it? Apiarius. And you can come check out the restaurants here at the Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort as well. Is there anything we missed in this conversation?
I would like to tell everybody, if you possibly can, save the dandelions and at least the clover in your yard. That's a big help with the bees during times of dearth. A dearth is when there's not much pollen or nectar out there, and about around July 4th or so is when that little white clover comes up in your yard. Try not to kill that, or at least leave part of your yard pollinator friendly, I would call it, instead of just having grass. Which does no good for the pollinators at all. So you could leave part of your yard to be pollinator friendly, or you could leave the clover throughout your yard. That helps the bees a lot at that time. It's because that's right in between the spring flow and the fall flow.
Something you could do even if you don't have an extensive green thumb. Thank you so much for your time today.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
You've been listening to Pocono Mountains Podcast. We hope to see you soon here at the Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort.
Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort. It has bees and a new pool. Check it out at PoconoMountains.com. Thanks for listening. You can always get a new episode each week, highlighting lots of the fun things you can do in the Poconos. So subscribe, comment, you know the deal. Tell your friends. It's a great way to stay on top of what's happening in the Poconos in any season. Now you've got the Poconos in the palm of your hand.
For places to stay and shop.
And stories about the Pocono Mountains.
Go to PoconoTelevision.com to download the app and get the information you need for your visit with us.
Now for Pocono Mountains Podcast Extra. Dee and Bree recently visited Shawnee in the winter to have a girls' spa day and check out Shawnee Craft. It's a great 1-2 punch. Here's a listen back to that Pocono Mountains Magazine segment from earlier this year. Enjoy.
Hey everyone, it's Bree.
And Dee.
We're at the historic Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort checking out the newly expanded spa experience you can have here as a day or overnight guest.
And a little bit later, we're going to unwind in a different way right here on site. It's a girls' getaway.
And you're invited. So Jeremy, tell us about the newly expanded spa experience and what guests can expect there.
Yeah, we're so excited about the spa at the Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort. It really makes it into a destination. We are a traditional spa and salon, so we do everything from hair, nails, makeup, full body massage, facials, manicures, pedicures, but we added some new treatments. We have a hot plunge, a cold plunge. We added a red light therapy and an infrared sauna. So what we're calling it is the circuit. You start the sauna, then you go into the cold plunge, the hot plunge, and then finish up with red light therapy.
And expanding that, have you seen destination spa getaways are really becoming popular?
Absolutely, and especially in this area. There are those shoulder seasons when guests need a reason to travel, right? And, girlfriend getaways, romantic getaways, it really is a wonderful opportunity to just add a reason to come to Shawnee.
And tell us a little bit about the Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort and what you offer here.
So we're a resort. We were built in 1911. In the summer, guests love our island golf course. In the winter, we're less than 4 miles from Shawnee Mountain. We're in the valley between the Appalachian Mountain Range and surrounded by the Delaware River. When you step on our front porch, you have that beautiful view of the river. In the summertime, it's magnificently clean, crystal clear. We have river trips, we have pontoon tours. Man, you have to see glamping and the view you wake up to. I mean, it truly is on the banks of the Delaware River.
Tell us about the rooms here.
No two rooms at the Shawnee Inn are alike. We have rooms spanning from traditional double-doubles to kings to suites to cottages. Really a kind of accommodation that would suit anyone's needs.
Now that we're relaxed from the spa, remember we told you we were gonna unwind in a different way?
That's what brings us to Shawnee Craft Brewery, just steps from the spa. Cheers.
Are you ready to lose? So tell us about the brewery here on site.
Our Shawnee Craft Brewery was actually introduced almost 16 years ago, and we brew our own beers right here on the property. We've expanded the brewery to include a pizzeria. We had a pizza oven shipped from Italy. We have our outdoor beer garden, which is really one of our guest favorites during the summer. There's nothing like sitting out on our side lawn, playing yard games, drinking a beer, having some pizza and pretzels and chicken legs. It really is a place to be here at Shawnee.
So tell us about the golf course and the new bridge.
The new bridge is going to change the face of Shawnee. As everyone knows, our golf course is on an island in the middle of the Delaware River. Since the inception of our resort, over 100 years, our team was building our bridge in the spring and tearing it down in the fall. And this magnificent island, you just couldn't get out there unless it was in season. With the permanent bridge, we're now able to access the island year-round. We have tram tours, we have stargazing on our island, we have a Christmas tram tour, we have a harvest tour. It's part of our Halloween tram tour where you go onto the island. It really is incredible being able to access the island year-round, and when it's not snowy out, you can golf.
And when people play on the golf course here, they're really playing among legends who have played here over time.
Arnold Palmer met his first wife, Winnie, at Shawnee. 3 days later, he proposed, and Winnie didn't leave his side until she passed away.
Slammin' Sammy Snead of West Virginia.
We had Sam Snead here, the 38 PGA Championship. Jackie Gleason became a scratch golfer at Shawnee, and he summered here. He was in the Water Gap playing pool. As I understand it, he was quite the pool shark, but here is where he became a scratch golfer.
So people have different options of where to stay overnight. In the Poconos, we have a lot of golf courses, but it sounds like there's these really special touches at the Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort when it comes to the resort, but also the golf course.
When we have those conversations about why people choose Shawnee, why our guests come here, it really is that authentic experience that you can't get anywhere else. And really, it's the sort of thing that you can't build. It's just innate within the location.
Here's to a great girls' getaway. It's Bree
And Dee
with the Pocono Television Network.
Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort, a new pool, plus it has a spa and a craft brewery. And they're also moving into spooky season, so watch for exciting things happening next month at Shawnee. We thank you for listening to Pocono Mountains Podcast. You can listen anywhere podcasts are available. Come visit us in the Pocono Mountains. Plan your trip today.